All right, everybody, a very good morning to everyone except for people who have not really seen Atul Khatri in his natural habitat. I'm from Mumbai and I've seen him perform in almost every venue that there was that I could afford. And honestly, very few comedians give out clean comedy and relatable stuff, and Atul being one of them. I know I'm calling him Atul, he's way older than me, but this is just for the sake of interview. I really love and respect him. Atul, how are you doing today?
Thank you, Aniket. I'm doing absolutely fine. I hope you are safe and sound wherever you are.
Yes, yes,
I
absolutely
think
safe and
this
sound.
right now the times are such. I think you have to start every and end every conversation with this. So I
Stay
think
safe.
yeah, good to know that. Yeah, good to know that. Good to know that.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, let's start with this. Have you got your vaccination jabs?
I'm old. I'm 45 plus. So our slot opened on 1st of April, and on 1st of April 9 o'clock I was at the vaccination center. Me and my wife, both of us got our first shot, and I think second shot is after 84 days. I think somewhere in the mid June. Yeah.
All right. All right. All right. So, see, guys, vaccination works. The biggest people in India have been taking vaccination. So, Atul being one of them. So, Atul, we're celebrating Father's Day. And you've always been open about your parenting style, your family, your daughters. You've, in fact, written a stand up special on them. So, let's start with this. Uh, what was that moment, or what was that thing that you decided way early in life that, you know what, I want to be a father, and I will be the right father and not the father that we see in Indian movies who's like tough and rigid and like towards the end goes like ja jile apni zindagi type. So how did you decide your parenting style?
I think I it was right from beginning. I don't think I really it didn't develop it, but right from beginning I wanted to be just friends with my children. I don't know, maybe I think young, maybe I look at the way connecting them keeps my youth alive. So I always felt like they were friends. So right from very very early, I and so let me tell you something. So sometime I think I don't know how many years back, but my wife was former housewife. She wanted to start something, so she wanted to learn hairdressing. So that was the time. So she joined a course, and that was the time when she used to work in a parlor and do a hairdressing course. And I told her, "Don't worry, I'll take care of the children that time, the studies." So I think right when the kids were in their second or third standard, I used to take their homework. And they used to enjoy, homework with me rather than my mom. Sometimes I would be busy, my wife would take it, but they used to always say, "No, we want Papa to take it," because I used to, always create some fun stuff around the homework, or even have to set some papers. I write some funny questions in the middle of, some serious questions. So I always wanted that, learning should be fun.
Yeah.
Learning should be fun. Work should be fun. If you're at a workplace, it should be a fun workplace where you wake up every morning and say, "Hey, I've got to go to work." Wow, it should not be like, "Oh damn, I have to go to work." So that was my always something. So even from a parenting style, like, I'm not joking, but my kids, when they grew up and they had their first crush or things like that, they always came and told me before my wife,
Nice.
because they just thought I would be more receptive and more fun. And so I think every parenting has a bad cop and a good cop. I was the good cop, my wife was the bad cop. you know
Nice. Very
and
cool.
also,
Yeah.
I just to end the story that so when my comedy career started, and when I was 44, and then my wife was fairly established as a hairstylist, then she told me, "Okay, now," and the kids. So I took my kids' studies only up to 8th standard, because beyond that, I myself could not understand the ICSE board. I am from a state board. I could not understand the complex. And I have a style that if I have to teach somebody, I have to know myself what it is. I can't be
Yeah.
fibbing and saying, "Ah, this is right because the book says it." You have to explain to your kids why it happened. So I think from 8th standard, then I gave it up, and that is the time my wife sort of took over, and I was busy in my comedy career. So we both sort of spanned. It spanned out very well for us.
All right, all right. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. So, Atul, here's a question: did it all start with dad jokes, or did it start with good comedy and then it moved on to dad jokes, or dad jokes did not
No,
happen,
no,
or they
dad
happened?
jokes. Dad jokes are imbibed in all dads. There are some dad jokes which you cannot, like. It's. I think it started with dad jokes, and went on to, like, till today. My daughters enjoy my silly dad jokes, even though I repeat it, you know, year after year, or season after season. Like, for example, there's this dad joke I always do on Diwali, and they wait for it. You know, like, I'll in the evening when all the lights are on the house, I'll come out and say, "Kya इतनी इतनी बत्तियां क्यों ऑन है, दिवाली है क्या आज?" you know and they'll both say, "हाँ dad, हाँ आज दिवाली है." So this has been going on. It's like a ritual. When I don't do it, they come and say, "Hey, Dad, come and finish off your joke." It's become like a routine now. Yeah.
So cool, yeah, so cool. Now, you as a stand-up comedian, you did not start off as a stand-up comedian. You had a career before that. Um, so let's go into that zone. Let's go in. You want to take that?
No, no, it's just that the helicopter is going, so I thought to disturb you.
Okay.
But yeah, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I was saying that you started off your comedy career at the age of 44, and before that, you already were a well established person. So, at any age, when a child moves a career from one field to other, the dad always comes in point and speaks on. So, what was your dad's reaction when this happened?
Oh, my dad obviously didn't like it, and in fact, he used to see that from work. So I used to do what my dad. I mean, we had a joint family business. So my dad also used to be at work, and he used to see in the evening. Usually before that, we used to all go home together. But then after some time, I said, "Hey, listen, I have to go for a show. I have to go for a show every night. This happened. You go. I'll come back later." And he used to see I used to leave from work. I should go and do some comedy shows. I told him about it, what it was, but he didn't understand what it was.
Yeah.
He's obviously seen Kapil Sharma. I said, "Jo Kapil Sharma karte hain TV pe, I go and do it live on stage." And the thing is that so once it I think started bothering him, so he once went and told my wife, and I was not there. "Listen, your husband is going every evening, coming late at night. This is a glamour line. We are a conservative family. This is not for us. Please keep an eye, on your husband. Otherwise, you'll lose your husband one day." You know, "Ye humne suna hai," all that very Bollywood dialogues. Obviously, me and my wife, laughed about it, but he was concerned, and I think every parents are concerned. I mean, all parents, because there are new lines. India is changing. There are new professions. There are new job opportunities, and sometimes conservative parents don't understand that. So, and I very very important for kids to make the parents understand. So actually, just to complete again the story, I took my parents for a show one day. That's the
Hmm.
only show they watched. I said, "Come." It was a big show. I was taking part in this CEO's Got Talent Award.
Yeah, yeah.
I was one of the participants, and so I took them for the show. There were like 800 people, huge setup, and fortunately, I won that award when I was
Yes.
performing. They were there at the on the stage watching me, and when I got a standing ovation, and they didn't understand what I was saying, but they just saw people around them. And later on, after the show, big CEOs came and told them, "Oh, your son is doing such a great job, making people laugh. He's like a doctor. Laughter is the best medicine." And I think that's where I redeemed myself. So I always tell kids out there who are listening, if you're following a profession, if you're being a poet or a DJ or a RJ or whatever, and your parents don't approve it, please one day get your parents to your place of work, perform well, and let them see that you're doing a good job, and they will redeem, because you have to understand they have come from a very different background. They
True.
think this is all, oh sorry,
No, that's
they
fine.
think this is all, they think it's all new. These things are uh, you know uh, they don't understand it. So very important for kids to make them understand that. And I think finally when they'll see money coming in, they'll say, "Ha, theek hai, this is a stable kind of a profession." Yeah, I think that's important.
Nice, very nice. So, as a dad, what was that moment when you were like, okay, fine, this is what I'm going to tell my daughters. This is what I'm going to, tell them how I'm going to be. I'm going to be like. So, what is that one moment which you cherished, and this is what like you established that I am the fun dad, I am the cool dad. You can always be. So, there would have been a moment in you and your daughter's life that this would have happened, right? So, what would that be?
I don't think there was honestly one moment. There was a series of moments, where the fact, one thing which both me and my wife already have, I'm sounding very misogynist. Me and my wife and my wife and I. Sorry.
Yeah.
This is my third time I said I put me in front of my wife. She'll kill me. My wife and I, we always took this decision that we'll involve them in every step. So when I
Yeah.
went for my first comedy open mic, next day we told them about it. Uh, when I took the plunge of getting away from my work and getting into comedy, always involve them, to whatever extent, just telling them about it or taking their feedback or their opinion. When I joined the East India Comedy, I told them about. When I left East India Comedy, I told them about it. So every step, because you have to understand today's kids are different. They are much much
Yeah.
more knowledgeable than what I was as a kid. So you have to, as much as possible, don't put extra burden on them, but just share news so that they're part of, they're part in your close circle. Don't hide things from them. I mean, one of the things which I'm advising all my friends is, a lot of my friends are going through bad times in this COVID today, the second wave, first wave. The businesses
Yeah.
are not doing it. And a lot of parents try to hide these things away from grown up children.
Yeah.
Listen, your kid is in his 20s. You can't hide that I'm not doing well. and the kid will say, "Papa, मुझे iPhone चाहिए," and yeah, here you don't have money to pay your EMIs, and there you're trying to give your kid an iPhone because he just demanded. You want to keep him away from the bad news. No, no, please involve them. Kids are today very smart enough. They have this tool with them, the supercomputer with them,
Yeah.
made by God, Apple and Android. So they have to, they should be aware of what's happening, and they will rise up, and they will suddenly grow up and help you. So I think it's very important. So it was a series of events. There was not one thing that this. Like I remember, uh, 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 I used to go for comedy shows, and that time they were not old enough to attend comedy shows in clubs.
Okay. Yeah.
And some of the friends or friends' elder brother would be watching, and he would send pictures. Hey, I saw your dad on stage. He's amazing. He's so cool. So I think all that, sort of redeemed myself as a daddy cool.
That's so cool. That's really cool, man. That's really cool. I've got three questions here. The most fun dad story that you have to share with us, starting with the first question.
So I'll tell you, as I told you, I used to, make, when they were in their seventh, and then, you make these mock question papers for
Yeah.
them, and so I should design a mock question paper. So we'll do a mathematics question, so paper. So I'll put first, second, third, and then I would write over there, please PTO, please turn over that page. And the next question would be, leave what you got, go and watch 30 minutes of TV. Okay, so that was a question paper on there was a question on that, and they would read it and say, okay, was this right? I mean, and then suddenly they're watching. My wife said, what is wrong with you? Do your paper. You see, no, it is written there in the question paper. Dad has told us to do it. You keep quiet. It is there. And after 30 minutes, they would go back again and again. So they would be just looking forward to that. And I think that made, studying more important. I remember very clearly my daughter's 10th standard board exam, which is such a big thing for parents.
Yeah.
And the first paper is English, and it is usually on a Monday. And on that Monday early morning, there was Oscars award happening. Okay,
Okay.
at 5 o'clock in the morning, it hits India.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Oscars
Yeah.
happen live in Sunday. And my daughter I woke up in the morning to watch Oscars, and I went to her room, and she was studying for a paper. I said, "Are you mad? Leave this. Come and watch Oscars. You will learn more from the speeches than you will learn from the literature there." And my wife comes out in the living room and says, "What is wrong? You have bloody, board exam, your first board exam, and you're watching Oscars." I said, "Yeah, let her, it's not just."
Relax.
When I used to study, I used to make my own studies very cool. If I had a board exam at the end of every night before sleeping, I would read my Archie's comic or my Tintin or my, whatever comic. So I think it's very, parents should just chill out, yaar. बच्चों पे इतना pressure मत रखो यार. They have bigger issues to solve. Yeah, they have. Once your kid learns how to, file a GST online, those are big issues. Yeah. This is all कुछ नहीं है. Life is बहुत simple है. So don't, don't stress your kids so much.
All right. The most stern decision that you've ever taken as a dad that your children like did not appreciate then, but now they're like, okay, thanks, dad, for taking this decision for us.
No, sometimes what happens is, sometimes as parents, when we are so supportive, they whatever decision they want, we just go ahead and say, okay, do it, do what you want.
Mhm.
But sometimes, so there have been again not one main incident, but a lot of small incidents where you at some stage you put your foot down and say, hey, I have experience. I've gone through this. I don't want you to go through the same thing. Let's not reinvent the wheel of, learning. I have already gone through this. Listen to me. Just do it. Sometimes they may not agree with you, but then they will realize it that how important it is for them to this. Like sometimes, uh, uh, like my daughter will suddenly say, "Kya, at 12 o'clock in the night, hey, my friends are meeting up because somebody's 12th birthday is a surprise party at 12 o'clock in the night. Can you drop me to like 2 kilometers away?" I said, "Nothing to me. I'm not doing it." Learn disappointment is good for you. It builds your character. So you have to disappoint your kids also. Just don't give it to them every time they want it, because life is disappointing outside, and that's a mistake a lot of parents do. Oh, kid wants an iPhone, yellow. Kid wants a PS4, yellow. And when they go out and they ask the boss the same thing, boss jhapad marta bolte peto kaam karo, then they're like, oh, this is real life. So you have to train them slowly, slowly what life is also about.
All right. One mistake as a dad that you've made that has made you a better parent.
Oh my God, one mistake. Hey, hold on, let me understand the question. This is a difficult question. It's like tongue
No,
twister
not
question.
necessarily that you had to like drop your child on the floor and then they had like a concussion. Not that kind of a mistake. It's something that
Uh,
they don't know about, but you know, and you've learned from it and you've bettered yourself as a parent.
ah, Again, yeah, Aniket, there would be like not one incident because I'm a parent for like now what close to 25, 26 years. So there have been again some lot of incidents like this. So really can't put a finger on one and say that
Okay.
this is the incident where I became a better parent and whatever. Yeah, yeah.
All right, fair enough, man. That is absolutely right there. It's a very happy Father's Day.
Happy
Atul
Father's Day to
Khatri,
everybody.
yes, and as a parent, as a father, what is your one dad advice to every child out there watching us?
Uh, to every child, the advice to every child. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
study hard, work hard, and even play hard. I think it's very, very important. Even party hard. So do everything in moderation. Don't uh, life is beautiful. Enjoy your life over there. Don't get too stressed about kids are getting, because what has happened with the social media, kids are getting information being thrown at them. At I don't know how many words per second or millisecond. So just take it easy. Enjoy whatever you are doing. That's very, very important. Yeah,
All
and
right.
consider your parents as friends and please confide in them. They will reconcile, but yeah, some parents may, some may not, but use your thing. And parents also have been through what you've been through, so just take it easy on them also. So I'm playing both sides of the card properly.
Very diplomatic answer. Very diplomatic answer. And that's about it. Thank you so much for your
Thank
time.
you, Aniket. Thank you so much, guys. Again, before going, please stay safe. Follow government orders, follow your doctor's orders, and whenever you get a vaccination, just go ahead and take it. Yeah, we have to get out of this very, very soon. The light, we can already see the light at the end of the tunnel. We have to just cross it and go ahead.
Brilliant. Now what we're going to do is that we're going to play that one game that I, conjured for you.
Great.
Um, where are my questions? Okay. So this is absolute pop culture. This is absolute fun. You can make as many boo-boos as possible, and you can give me your favorite dad dialogue in the end of this. Okay.
Hmm.
Let's start with this. All right. A very good morning, everybody. Welcome back. And this is Pop Culture Quiz with Atul Khatri on the screen right now. I've got 5 dialogues from iconic movies and television shows, and Atul here is going to try to guess who said these dialogues. Are we ready, Atul?
My God. Yeah, I'm ready, but I'm too bad at pop culture. But let me take a shot. So,
Okay.
I hope
This
it's
is a,
my pop culture, not you kids' pop culture, because that I'm totally off.
no.
But
This
go
is
for it.
this is our pop culture. Okay. I am
Okay, okay,
closer to you than I can be closer to the daughters, right? So I'm right in
okay.
the between. I'm right in the between. Okay. So the first sentence is fairly easy. Luke, I'm your father. Who said this?
Oh, of course. Look, I'm a father, Darth Vader, Star Wars.
Brilliant. Second, when we die, our bodies become grass, and the antelope eats the grass, and so we are all connected in the great circle of life.
This is Lion King. Lion King and Simba's dad was Mufasa. Was he Mufasa?
Yeah,
No. Ah,
yeah,
Mufasa was. I thought Mufasa was a bad uncle. I don't know. I forget.
that was
उसका जो
Scar.
चाचा था ना जो yeah that was Stark. Okay, yeah.
Okay, okay. This one is one of my favorites. He may have been your father boy, but he wasn't your daddy.
Oh, no, yaar. No, no. Is it Will Smith? But
No, this
uh,
is Yondu from Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
oh wow, yeah, but I know. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, yeah.
Okay,
I follow Guardians, but yeah, I forgot the dialogue. Yeah,
okay.
I love Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah.
All right. So this one is my favorite. Oh my God, Atul, what are you doing? Who said this?
My wife, my children, my daughters.
Also, your dad. Your dad also said this multiple times. Okay. The last sentence. The man who passes the sentence should swing the sword. Who said this line?
Ah, was it from Game of Thrones?
Yes.
Okay. Oh wow, I got it. Is it Ned Stark?
Yes.
I don't know. Oh wait,
Ned
my God,
Stark.
I got it.
Yeah, next stuff. Brilliant. Brilliant. Atul sir, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
So
Aniket.
see,
Thank you so much.
he might be 53, but he's still connected, he's still relevant, and he's still relatable. So thank you so much, sir, for being a part of the show. This has been absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much for giving us your time.
Thank you, Aniket. Stay safe. Bye bye. Good night.
Bye bye.
Bye.
94.3
One world, your station.
Radio 1.